Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon on season 4 on episode 6? Now this episode right here, looks like to me it looked a little like a funny adventure, I guess, in a certain way, and then the ending of the episode. My goodness gracious, what just happened here and there? So if anything else, let's just get this started. We had to it that Belle and Lily ends up having a little small talk with each other, and then after the opening, we see to it that the gods end up trying to make a new name or alias name for Belle himself. Freya's being a little I don't know what the heck you want to call it, and freaking Loki got another name for Belle, which I thought was really ridiculous. Everyone's making up names for Belle, making a joke out of him or fun of him just for the hell of it, I guess. But eventually, it comes down to the new alias name called the Rabbit's Foot, which is really shocking and which is really, I don't think it's shocking, but I thought it was pretty cool considering Belle is a rabbit who's pretty fast, in a certain way, but whatever. We see to it that Belle and Lily ends up visiting the people they saved, and then Belle apologizes for not being able to be there in a better way. However, the elf on the other hand tells Belle hey, don't worry about it, this is this is part of being an adventurer. I mean, we all take risks and we all understand what can really happen. And him losing a limb, he says, we'll just have to go to our god, and we're gonna be in a huge amount of debt along with this prosthetic along with some prosthetics that's gonna help us out a lot. So I guess it's not too bad in a certain way if you think about it, if they get some prosthetics to help them out, Eventually we get to see some other people along the way. I mean, we got to see that big guy, with the axe ends up talking to Belle for a bit, along with the one he has to protect, etc. To make an apology, However, Belle's hey, we have each other's backs to fill up gaps and holes that we were unable to do. So the fact that you were there is actually cool and all, Eventually, we get to see a scene with freaking whatchamacallit. I forgot their name. There's so many people in this, and there's so many characters in this episode, or should I say Daphne, along with whatchamacallit, and Cassandra. We have to it that Daphne and Cassandra want to bring Belle to become some kind of coupon, which I'll get to in just a moment. But not before we go to the maid's bar or something that apparently is concerning where View just ran off to, She left a note saying maybe she has to go off somewhere, and then she ends up not going anywhere. We don't really know. And then we get to see, like I said, Cassandra and Daphne ends up using Belle as a coupon, which I thought was pretty funny and hilarious in a certain way, but whatever. I mean, if I think about it correctly, that clairvoyance girl whatsoever, she always has these crazy visions whatsoever, and thanks Belle for proving her wrong, because even though there are some future sight visions, it's not entirely gonna go 100% correct all the time, we don't really know, but we have to it eventually as the episode continues on in a certain way, we see to it that that Mikoto and Haruhime ends up calling Belle for a little small talk, which I thought was pretty cool. And Mikoto's trying to get Haruhime to hook up with Belle in a certain way to ask him what's up about his adventures. Eventually Belle was close to giving out the scale of his adventure, but he just says I just got lost, fell off the fall, and then went after you guys and etc. And Belle was about to go to Lily, but we have to it that Belle is later on invited to have a drink with Aisha and freaking Welf, which I thought was pretty freaking funny. We get to see that they end up talking about the new alias and then celebration, and Lily was so annoyed here and there. Aish getting a little drunk says, come here, rabbit's food, let me talk to you, and you're gonna pay me back for everything, and Lily, annoyed with this, decides to throw a smoke grenade, and get Belle out of there. Eventually, Lily and Belle end up having a small talk with each other, which I thought was pretty cool. Well, if you guys watch the episode, you'll understand that Lily has been stalking Belle, wanted to have her chance to talk to him, about everything, all that has happened, all things considered, not to mention the new name of Belle's name, Rabbit's Foot, etc. She even paid a certain amount of money to try to find out that alias, which we don't really know how much she spent, but one thing for sure, certain is that it is Lily's little small stalking adventure. Well, not really stalking adventure, but little bizarre adventure, however you want to call it. Eventually, Lily and Belle finally get some one-on-one time, you know, which I thought was pretty cool. And Lily ends up talking to Belle a bit about like his new alias and his new like whatchamacallit, new ways of how he grown up, you know, but becoming a womanizer, which I thought was pretty funny here and there. But yeah. However, Lily decided to keep top-notch secret about what she said about Belle here and there, you know, that kind of thing, etc. But the episode ends off with having to see Ryu torturing or like tormenting someone, you know. And apparently she did it in a way by cutting off his freaking limbs or something, which is really, really brutal. His legs and arms were not even there at all. He says he doesn't know. I'm begging you, just stop, you know. And then, you know, Ryu ends up having like that kind of like nasty eyes or something. And then we have the morning comes and someone ends up running to a certain location and talk about like about a murder, you know. Eventually, like the guy who ends up calling Belle Rabbit's Foot said, "Hey man, we got major trouble. We have that like that there's a blacklisted adventure with a bounty on her head, and it's the Gale Wind that murdered the traitor outside the skirts of this town. And we have that Lily and like Belle were actually shocked about that and says, "Hey Belle, you don't really think are they talking about who I think they are talking about?" And Belle's like, "Yeah, that can't be true. That's impossible. I'm pretty sure you would never murder someone like that." Well, we don't really know exactly, but one thing's for certain is that like Ryu right now could be on a rampage. We don't really know. It might be related to possibly her own past. I mean, it was talked about at the maid's bar when everyone's talking about why Ryu's gone right now, etc. Not to mention like everything's all things considered. And next episode's called Cassandra Lion Dream Seer, you know, that kind of thing. So this episode right here, nothing much has really happened. Belle ends up having to talk with almost everybody with the catch up, and then his new name is Rabbit's Foot, you know. Then ending right there. Ryu is torturing someone, which we don't really know. Is that really her? I don't know. But one thing's for certain is that things are not looking very great right now, knowing that Ryu is now being targeted right now. And it's already shown that she just literally tortured someone and cut off the guy's limbs, you know, which is really, really nasty. So, yeah. Anyways, don't know what's about to happen next, but I guess the next like arc or next situation is gonna be involving with Ryu. We don't really know how that's gonna go, but we'll see. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm off the Zitto. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.